Hey all. So today we're going to do something different. Obviously, so far all I've been doing is Let's Plays. I attempted to do a reaction to the Pokemon Direct. Sadly, that's been copyright banned. I didn't realise that the Pokemon Company doesn't seem to be following suit with Nintendo's approach to the internet. So oh well. So instead, what I'm going to be doing this week, they'll go up a Pokemon discussion video where we'll be having a look at the new Galar region and discussing how it's probably going to play out. Anyway, none of that is what I want to talk about today. What I want to talk about today is the fact that this guy is now 2 years old. Like, what? 2 years on, this console has become hands down the only console I play. Underneath the desk here, I've got all my other rack. And okay, hold my hands up. To make videos for you guys on the retro consoles, yes, I have played those, but this is primarily my console of choice. And oh my god, when Nintendo announced this console, when they announced that they were bringing out a hybrid device, the first thing that went through my head was, finally, I can game as much as I want to game and work it into my life. So a lot of my time is spent travelling to and from work, travelling to go meet people, to host events. I'm a pretty active person in that aspect, so I'm not at home to be able to just play games all night long. And when I am home, well, I want to watch TV, catch up on shows, hang out with the wife, you know, the normal stuff. And now, of course, with the Wii U, one of the greatest features for that was the off-TV play. And when I was at home, I was able to game and still watch telly with the wife and hang out, and you know, it was pretty good. It wasn't like I was having to hog the TV and all the rest of it. So yeah, I'm just this guy. Basically, I play it on the way to work. I play it on the way home. I play it for videos for you guys. I can play it while I'm just hanging out with the wife while she's doing various work for her acting career. My game collection for this is just like skyrocketed. I mean, down here we've got what was it, 40 odd physical games. On the actual console itself, we've got oh god, I think it's like 50 odd games that I've been picked up over the last the last 2 years, of course. I'm loving. So yeah, it's a genius console. Nintendo really have excelled with this. Is it perfect as a console? No. Let's be honest. I love it. It's my console of choice. It still could have done with being a little bit more powerful, with a better CPU, better GPU, higher RAM specs. Doing that, though, would not have been able to have this guy so thin. It would have ended up bulking it out. Same with the battery life, it would have bulked it out. It would be horrendous to carry with that extra size and that extra heat that would be pumping out of it. So, for what they needed to go for, this is the best that we could have got at the time 2 years ago. Now, Nvidia has obviously done more with their Tegra chips. There is definitely an opportunity for a pro version of this guy to come out where we could have 1080p on the go. And in dock mode, obviously, heightened parts. So yeah, from a console part, it's great. The games have blown me away. The Wii U era was let's be honest, it was awful. It was absolutely awful. The third parties ran away. Thankfully, the indie scene held itself and has just dominated on the Switch. But on the Wii U, you were playing it for the first party games, and there were some pretty damn good first party games. But they're now on the Switch, so I don't need them. I have traded in the majority of my Wii U games because of them coming to the Switch, and there's some that I'm currently unwilling to buy because I don't agree with the price point. Super Mario U Deluxe Super Duper version is one of those. I'm not going to drop the money on that until I find that pre-owned at a reasonable price, or it goes on a decent sale. So maybe Black Friday sale, we might pick it up. So yeah, the first party games on the Switch are amazing. The fact that we've got third party support with games like Doom, Skyrim, yeah, just games that you just wouldn't have thought could run on the Switch. The fact that the Doom Eternal this year is going to be coming to the Switch, it's insane. And Panic Button deserve some award for their ability to get these games running on the Switch. So, hands down, they're my favourite development studio right now for what they can do. They have skills basically has only ever been seen in Nintendo in the modern gaming industry, where they can compress down, they can just get things working on the lower specs. Although as we've just discovered 3-4 months back, it would seem that actually most of the problems is the carts over the fact that the Switch's power and performance, and most of the games can run. As a developer, to be honest, I'm not surprised by that statement. There are lots of ways that you can compress and manage and get things working, so yeah. And then the indie games. The indie games are my bread and butter for the Switch. I have so many, from like the latest one that I was playing with, Feudal Alloy, which is brilliant, to Hollow Knight, Enter the Gungeon. It's just beautiful. And talking about those games, being able to play these games on the go, at home, and then when I'm at work, lunch break, instead of us sitting around at our desks, what can I go and do? I can just go over to one of my colleagues, hand them a controller, take the other controller, and now we're playing Smash Brothers at lunch. I won't tell you how many times we've ended up doing that as well. The only thing when it comes to this and on the go that I really wish Nintendo would have as an official licensed product is a portable dock. Honestly, Nintendo, we really need a portable dock as a product. Talk to Hori, get something done. Let's get this out there. We don't trust any of these third parties anymore because of the bricking situation. So we need something that's fully licensed and fully supported by you guys. So yeah, we need you to get on that. Yeah. So if it's not that, then it's things like the Pro Controller. This is a great controller. The only thing I could ever be tempted to change with this is this D-pad. Like, holy crap, what have you done there? And I guess my final issue 2 years on with the Switch is that we still only have digital triggers. And yeah, for the majority of games, we don't need them. But games like Rocket League, great that Rocket League is now cross-platform, but Nintendo Switch players have a massive disadvantage on Rocket League cross-platform because we have digital triggers and not analog triggers, which means you cannot accurately control your speed without tapping the acceleration buttons, and that's it just doesn't work. It doesn't really make it great at all as an experience. So if the Switch could be updated to handle analog triggers, we've got third-party devices that do have analog triggers. It just doesn't work until you have it fully pressed down. it would just be great for there to be a library added that understands analog triggers, and then we can have that updated in Rocket League and other games, and we can start actually using this in a decent way, which would be great. Be really great. So yeah, final review of the Switch. 2 years on, battery life has not seemed to have diminished. The games are just getting better. This year, I am very excited for the new Pokemon game, new Doom game, and Bayonetta 3, which hopefully hasn't been delayed or anything. I'm hoping we get that this year. So yeah, it gets a 2 thumbs up from me. I honestly advise anybody out there who has liked Nintendo games in the past, you should buy a Switch. You really should buy a Switch. It should be there alongside your PlayStation 4, alongside your Xbox One, alongside your PC, whatever else you want to play. This console is the only place you're going to get the Nintendo first party games, and it has a ton of those exclusives, and you get to game on the go. So the games that you really like as well that have made their way to the Switch, what's better than being able to do that on the go? You can't take your PC on the train and play it on the train. Well, not easily anyway. You can't do that with your Xbox or your PlayStation 4. You've got to carry power supplies and all the rest of it with you if you want to try and do that. The Switch is the best solution. So yeah, that's it for me. That's my opinions. I'm never going to look back on having this console. I'm going to be happy playing this until I'm growing grey hairs and all the rest of it. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what's next, because I am adamant Nintendo is now focused on a hybrid range. I am adamant that we're going to get a Switch Pro in the coming years, but not before we get a Switch Lite. There will be a smaller, cheaper Switch dropped out without a dock for those that just want to have a handheld console, and then we'll get all the extra funky features. So yeah, if you like the video, you know what to do. If you don't, you know what to do. Comment below, let me know, when did you get your Switch? Has it been 2 years for you as well, or is it only a year? Is it a couple of months? What's your favourite game right now? For me, it's Smash Brothers. But I basically love all of the games that I've got on it. Mario Odyssey has got some great fun. I think I'm probably going to just do my first review using Mario Odyssey. So watch out for that video. So yeah, that's all I want to say. So cheers, and until next time.